AIOZ is waking up, and I predicted this, by the way, and you can check my previous video, but even besides that point, hypothetically, I can't say I told you so, but, I maybe told you so. Even besides that point, again, I still do believe that AIOZ has a ways to go because I think this is just a glimpse of what could very well happen during this bull run, because $20, that's still my price target for AIOZ. And even though that's not financial advice, the way to take a look at it is that AIOZ, unlike many other projects out there that are focused on AI, I think that this could very well have a prolonged bull run. Now, why do I say that? It's because once we see a lot of AI projects peak, I think AIOZ could very well still have that extended bull run because it's not only just focused on solely AI. At least that's the way to take a look at it. Because keep in mind, right, the AIOZ network is not a one-trick pony. It's a decentralized physical infrastructure network made for Web3 AI, streaming, and as well as storage. Now, you may be thinking, okay, AI is cool, and we know that this is going to be the main focus when it comes to AIOZ. However, when you take a look at something like, storage, right, when it comes to something like streaming, this is a market that really hasn't gained, mass attention yet, in a sense, but I think this right here could very well be a major contributing factor why AIOZ could very well have an amazing bull run. Because if you take a look at, for instance, the streaming market, which doesn't really get that much shine, but here's the thing, for instance, right, according to Grandview Research, the video streaming market size by 2030 is expected to be worth over $400 billion. Keep in mind, that's bigger than some countries' GDP. So that's insane right there. Again, other projects out there, they're only focused on streaming. Some are only focused on storage. Some are only focused on AI. But when it comes to AIOZ, it's pretty much focused on all three, which is why I really like that. So again, if let's say the hype for AI is gone, let's say the hype for storage kicks in, or let's say the hype for streaming kicks in, guess what? AIOZ could very well still have a good run. So that's why I really like it. Again, it's not a one-trick pony. Not to mention as well, if you take a look at, for instance, right, storage, I get it. It's not really a market that has that much flash or that much attention, but you have to take a look at how when it comes to this space, right, when it comes to projects that are focused on decentralizing data storage, quite essentially, there really isn't that many good ones. AIOZ isn't really known for this, but still, I think it kind of fits the bill in a sense, because you take a look at other projects that are focused on this category, you take a look at Jasmine, I'm very bullish on that. You take a look at Filecoin, Arweave, Storage, Siacoin. Very amazing, right? But then here's where AIOZ kind of has an advantage over, let's say, the other competitors other than Jasmine. It's because if you take a look at Filecoin, Arweave, Siacoin, Storage, again, they're pretty big projects in the space. But then the thing is, the community isn't really that vocal and they're not really that passionate when it comes to this. Now, is this going to be a bad factor in the long term? Not really, but during a fully fledged bull run, we kind of need a very strong and passionate community. Now, you take a look at, for instance, AIOZ does have a very strong community, even though it's not regarded as one of the biggest players in this space. I still think that it could very well contribute to it gaining attention. Let's say once a lot of people start FOMOing into these decentralized data storage solutions. So this is another added bonus that AIOZ has. Now, as I begin to say all of this, I think it's clearly evident that AIOZ really is, a sleeping giant, in my opinion. Now, is it small by any means? No. But the way I take a look at it is that amongst the big players, it's pretty much a sleeping giant. It doesn't really gain that much attention when compared to the others. A lot of people really like, other AI projects, but this one I think could very well be special. And again, right, it has that special added sauce where it's focused on other markets as well. Now, you take a look at, for instance, according to Fortune Business Insights, the data storage market, right, or should I say the global data storage market size is expected to be worth nearly $800 billion by 2030. So that's pretty good. We're so close to 2025. And again, the market doesn't really have that many good or dynamic competitors, or should I say not that many. So that's why AIOZ, I think, could really shine in this case. Now, we also take a look at, again, of course, ultimately AI, which is the crowning jewel, I would say, of AIOZ. This is a market that has hypothetically a lot of potential. It's no secret, right? Yet again, according to Grandview Research, this market is predicted to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. So again, it could be massive. We all know that. But again, the special thing about AIOZ is that they understand that being focused on only one market, it's not enough, right? Now, some people may think that AIOZ is spread too thin, but if you actually think about it, they're focused on clear, objectives in a sense. Very simple, right? Web3 AI, storage, streaming. It's not like some other projects out there that are focused on 15 random markets that no one has ever heard of. It's like, what? It's like, who cares about that, man? Like, let's say, hypothetically, some random made up project is focused on like decentralizing the sale of farm equipment. It's like, who cares about that, to be honest, right? At least I don't. So when it comes to AIOZ, I think this right here is very amazing. They have their priorities straight. And not to mention, to a certain extent, they are focused on NFTs, which some people may think is complete caca. But to me, even though I'm not going to say it's going to be the best performing market out there, the market is predicted to be worth over $200 billion by 2030, yet again, according to Granby Research. So again, it's not the best upside, but hey, why not, right? Being focused on this in a sense, I think is good nonetheless. And it's a great addition, right? Web3 AI, streaming, storage, and then you add a little bit NFTs. Why not, right? It's like adding a little bit of, Parmesan cheese. Why not, make the pizza taste a little bit better if or like, pasta or whatever pasta you're eating. But yeah, besides that point, the way to take a look at AIOZ is that it's a complete project. Now, some people may think, okay, yeah, how about its partnerships though? Well, let's get this started because it's actually a little bit cooking in a sense that this is very fantastic as well. You take a look at it's currently partners with NVIDIA, Alibaba Cloud, Google for startups, right? You should take that into consideration, right? Again, Google for startups. But besides that point, even Qualcomm as well. So these are pretty big giants right here, or should I say very big giants, So this is, I think, a testament as to how special something like AIOZ is. And now some people may argue that, okay, these partnerships, the extent of them, sometimes they feel like it's not clear enough. Sometimes they feel like, oh, it's not like, a partnership that's really strong. But in my opinion, even having AIOZ, in terms of its name associated with giants like this, I think that's very impressive nonetheless. Even if, let's say, the partnership really isn't that strong, who knows, right? Because we don't really know the real details. But sometimes people, they like to comment and say, oh, AIOZ's partnership with NVIDIA is not that strong. Or they say, oh, the partnership with this isn't that fantastic. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Every single partnership can't be like a very strong one, but still, I think it's amazing nonetheless. Now, some people like to say that $20 is, a pipe dream. They think it's crazy. But really, if you take a look at it, considering current circulating supply and market cap at that point would be around $23 billion. So it's not too bad. We've seen Shiba Inu reach around 40. We've seen BNB reach over $100 billion of market cap. And I just don't think BNB is really that amazing. I mean, just last year, according to Crypto.com research, slightly over 2% of the crypto hacks that happened, again, that year actually occurred on the BNB Smart Chain ecosystem. So it's not that fantastic. I mean, when I take a look at a statistic like that, I'm like, caralho, porra. It's not that great in my opinion. I mean, the crypto space is massive, over 2%. That's a no bueno. At least that's the way to take a look at it. So if BNB can go to over 100 billion, if Shiba Inu can reach around 40 billion, and also let's throw in Dogecoin in there as well, right? Dogecoin reach over 80 billion, AIOZ can't hypothetically at least go to around 23 billion. I mean, I don't think it's too much to ask for. At least that's the way I view it, especially right now. We have over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research, more than ever before in history. This born is going to be bad? I don't think so. Bitcoin and some other altcoins, or should I say a bunch of other altcoins, they're having a pullback, but who cares? Because it's only expected. The journey to the top isn't going to be smooth sailing. Am I saying that AIOZ is going to have this straight shot all the way to go to the price of $20? I'm not saying that. There could very well be multiple pullbacks along the way, but I do believe that the general direction, hypothetically, let's say in the next 6 months or 10 months from right now, maybe even a year, I think could very well be positive, which is why I still believe in the future of AIOZ. I think this born could be so amazing, especially when we consider the heights in which Bitcoin has reached very recently. But I think better days are ahead. So again, I don't see why AIOZ reaching the price of $20 would be crazy at all. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging, acquiring, holding, and just waiting anytime on income because I do believe in its future. And again, I think around 6 months to 10 months from right now, things could be very different. And I think it could very well be a lot better than what we see as of right now. I think this is kind of just like a small taste of what's to come moving forward, hypothetically speaking. It's waking up, but I still think it has the ways to go. And again, $20 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever during this bull run. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I greatly appreciate it. It's only the captain. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.